Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Flattmeister in the Wild. Flattmeister has braved the jungles, looking for the journalist that got triggered by Monster Hunter. He braved the mountaintops, where a game journalist was triggered by orc enslavement in Shadow of War, Middle-earth. And now, Flattmeister treks across the Bonneville subflats in Utah. The saltflats of Utah are so salty. This is where game journalists' salty tears accumulate in this particular area. And so he has returned. With a sample of the salt. So salty. So, what could possibly be this particular sample of salt, you might be asking? Game developer teabags a female game journalist in at PAX this year. Oh, cry me a river. Cry me a river. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let me just yeah, can you see that now? Just dunk in my tea bag. Yeah. Oh, so who? Let me just test this salt because I'm sure this is going to be delicious. I saw this. People were, I think Mark Curtin, again, Grums, cheers for the tip on this, said about this game developer was demoing his game. I'm still yet to find out what the game and what the studio was, because we'll get to this. Anyway, on the Metro soon after, this is about a day ago, by Jasper Hamill, saying, "Oh man, team killed and virtually teabagged female journalist during shocking in-game rampage. The rampage of teabaggage." Whew. So let's get into this beautiful moment at PAX East. This was. A developer's career is under threat today after he virtually teabagged a female journalist during a demonstration of a video game. For those of you who may not be, who have lived under a rock, and then some, this is teabagging in real life as a sexual act in which it involves a man's testicular sac, or scrotum, and he, in a lady's mouth, he dunks it, providing pleasure for both parties. In gaming, it's a juvenile taunt. I'd say it's a part of gaming culture that it's a juvenile taunt in which, haha, I killed you, and then the the player presses the crouch button and then stands back up again, repeatedly presses the button and to crouch over the person's body. And even though in the game there is no testicles, there is no genitalia involved in this taunt, it's insinuated by this action. I really want to know where was patient zero of the teabagging? When was this first created? This moment where someone was perhaps killed someone, got up close, and then was trying to shoot someone else from a distance, and was repeatedly moving and crouching, and the person that got killed, the first person that got killed, are they looking at the kill cam and then waiting to respawn, and they're like, "What the hell's he doing? He's teabagging my body." Like, what the hell? So patient zero, come forward. I want to hear about those beautiful tears. Oh, so salty. So the unnamed man was showing off a demo of his game at the conference, PAX East. So nice of you, Metro, to not say the game, because some people might want to know what the game is. So they're trying to make it also a gendered issue, or this female journalist was trying to make it a gendered issue. Oh, my #MeToo moment. He was showing off his demo at the games conference PAX East when he killed the woman and then squatted up and down on her dead body. I'm sure it was an accident. I don't know whether he did it deliberately or not. So the person in the article here is saying about what I described to you, what teabagging is in real life. Although this incident took place in-game, a complaint has been made to the man's employer, which could have disastrous consequences for his future. And yeah, the woman is called Amanda Farrow. And Master J Chase said that he was blocked today by her. I said to her, oh, I'm planning on making a video on this, so by the time the video is up, people have watched it. Let's wait and see if I've been blocked by her. But yeah, she's a blue tick game journalist. She's got feminist in her bio. Canadian feminist. Well, there's 2 red flags there. I'm kidding, Switch and Nerdwaffle. There's nothing wrong with Canada. Don't get triggered. So the virtual teabag scandal was highlighted by Mike Futter, a games journalist who tweeted, "Friendly tip for devs showcasing games. Don't intentionally team kill a journalist and then teabag them, especially if she's a woman." Oh my god, it's... So her tweet, she said, "I said out loud in my headset, and this is why I hate playing these kind of games. Thanks for the demo," in which she links that Mike Futter and presumably his tweet. She follows up with saying, "Now granted he thought I was his dev buddy by accident, but holy shit was that a mistake. No PR around, just dudes showing me a game and rolling the dice on being rude. In brackets, roll succeeds, target mismatch, roll for initiative." The journalist who suffered this simulated sex act appears to be Amanda Farrar, a self-professed feminist who once worked for Mike. She tweeted, I just basically said that, Metro, so thanks. Farrar said that she would be writing to the developer who made the game, although she declined to shame the person on Twitter, which is normally what they don't do that, game journalists. They normally don't do that. No one is naming names publicly, she says. This is being handled privately and gently. Oh, gently. It was an issue of professionalism and nothing more. This hubbub was a PSA and reminder that this is an unprofessional behaviour. That's it. Okay. Ooh. In the sensitive and politically correct gaming industry, a complaint like this could be enough to get the man fired. I hope the fact that you didn't take their shit totally shattered their weekend, one of Farrow's Twitter followers wrote. I hope it did. Hubris-soaked frat boys, she responded. Oh, and then Jesper Hamill goes, "Do you know who the developer is? Are you the developer? Get in touch with jasper.hamill@metro.co.uk. Because then I want to be the one to shame you. Shame, shame, shame." And then, see, that was a day ago, that article. And then about 11 hours ago, there's a new article by Metro. The game firm denies allegations it team killed and virtually teabagged a female journalist because, yes, the gender apparently matters. Oh, let me get another sample of that salt. Those salty tears. You want to try some? So anyway, there's a video as well. This is presumably from the game. He did squat over the face there. That looked like Halo. Is that Halo 6? Halo 6 confirmed. Ah, dear. So yesterday, the internet lit up with an unnamed game industry worker who allegedly performed a simulated sex act. What are you talking about? Like this. Oh, I'm so teabagged. I'm a coffee person, really, but...
Hell yeah.
Oh, God. So anyway, this game journalist, Amanda Farrer, was complaining, my mentions, there's bro frat boy misogynies, gamergators in my mentions. Well, I haven't tweeted to you, Amanda, so you can't say that I'm harassing you, because I'm not. I'm just making a video about what happened. I'm being harassed. Oh. So anyway, Amanda Farrer has, who identified herself as the victim of the teabagging, said she had been bombarded with fat jokes and hateful liberal women memes and bullshit comments after sharing her heartbreaking story. Oh, can you just get that in view there? She said a letter would be written to the man's employer and later insisted the situation was being handled privately and gently. Oh, gently. Privately. Gently. It's gently. Yeah. However, in today's climate of witch hunts and Am I reading this right? I thought Metro was quite one of these other regressive outlets. Okay. However, in today's climate of witch hunts and political correctness, an accusation of sexism or inappropriate behaviour could be enough to ruin a career. A games firm called 1047 Games spoke out to deny the allegations that one of its staff members had performed the teabagging, a move, yeah, we know, player crouches up and down. It found itself at the centre of the story after footage emerged showing a player viciously teabagging a rival in Wormhole Wars, one of its titles. However, it insisted that this video was shot before the PAX. It tweeted, "I can guarantee this was not us." The game firm then offered a point-by-point rebuttal of the accusations and continued, "Our game does not have team killing." That gameplay footage was recorded prior to PAX East, with devs and members of our community. No press was involved. No, the game's press are cocks. Cock-a-doodle-doos. We would never disrespect press like that. That's me, a dev, getting teabagged. Never disrespect press, because the press don't matter. Oh look, Gaming Grounds has been, had one of their tweets screen capped in the Metro article. The Gaming Ground said, I just spotted a very offensive GIF picture of some gamers teabagging some poor soul to death. He or she might suffer from PTSD now. So I beg of you, please don't retweet this tweet, because it will most likely offend and trigger some game journalists. Hashtag teabaggate. Oh, the sarcasm and wit in that tweet, Gaming Grounds. Oh, I wonder if that's mastered, if that's Jay Shay. Hashtag PAX East 2018. How did I miss that tweet on my timeline? This denial prompted further rumours that the whole thing was a hoax or a misunderstanding. Farrer herself has not named the Phantom Teabagger, and we have been unable to independently verify her story. This led the famous games journalist Ian Miles Chong to tweet, "It did not happen. Imagine my shock." Oh yeah, so apparently I've heard in the wind that this was apparently a hoax and that she's trying to drum up some kind of victim bucks narrative. Oh yeah, she does have a Patreon. It should go donate to my Patreon. Exactly. Trust but verify. Like, people shouldn't, like, this whole Me Too movement has gone Allahu Akbar! And it's turned into a witch hunt. Yesterday, the story split opinion, with some people claiming it was beyond ridiculous to threaten a man's livelihood when he kneeled up and down on a pixelated cadaver. Couldn't put it better myself. One female gamer using the name Miki tweeted us and said, "Men and women teabag both male and female characters in games. We don't look at a corpse and see anything but a fictional character that we dominated in a game. Dominate. We don't care if a man or woman is behind the character we killed. It's not personal. You discredit actual sexual abuse when you cry about things like this in a game." Exactly. When you cry about pixelated virtual teabagging, it actually discredits actual sexual abuse. Others said the man deserved everything he had coming to him for carrying out the teabagging. This is the statement from Wormhole Wars. Basically, I've just repeated that. It's just a screenshot. The practice has been a subject of a debate which may prove wholly bewildering to anyone who is not steeped in the world of online gaming. Earlier this year, one person tweeted, trying to explain to gamers that teabagging is a toxic behaviour with the ability to set off actual victims of sexual assault is like pulling teeth. Which is to say that the good ones are firmly rooted and the rest are rotten as fuck and go off easily. Blah. Ooh, shit. I'll just get my tea bag. Oh, God. A gamer who saw a teabagging in Overwatch also wailed, teabagging in game is never okay. It's a sexual act performed on someone unable to say no. It's unsportsmanlike and, at best, sexual assault at worst. Congratulations. You've just added to the salt as well. Oh. Well, that trip to the salt flats was well worth that. Oh my God. So I probably will do an update video when more information comes out about this, but I just find it so funny that dearie me. Someone trying to get a person fired from their job over something that this may or may not have happened. I'm under far off. Dearie me. But I want to hear what you guys think. Right, comment down below. I also want to apologise for my big long week's absence. I was away in London. It was like a belated birthday getaway for me and my wife. It was my belated birthday. I went to London. It was also my friend's wedding. Was at the end of last week. I was the best man there, so we had that all to do as well, which was really good fun. Really great wedding. So yeah, that explains my big absence of the week, and apologies for not having done the Flat Pack show episode last week, but we're doing it Tuesday, every Tuesdays from now on. But yeah, that explains that. So yeah, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think of this whole thing. I'll do a catch-up video if there's more information out. I'll catch you in the next video. I've been Flattmeister. See ya. Toasty. Allahu Akbar! Donate to my Patreon.